Hey everybody, Happy New Year and welcome to 2021 on the channel. I have a little, make this a little real quick of a ramble for me to talk about the situation with Netflix and Power Rangers. Over the weekend, kicking off the new year of 2021, if you haven't got the memo that Netflix was going to take off Power Rangers, particularly the seasons that they're actually taking off, because of a contract expiration. And you should know that back when Saban had Power Rangers, they made a deal with Netflix to stream all of the seasons that were going to be available. And also, they're going to also take off VR Troopers and Beetleborgs off the service as well. So if you have already got the DVDs of some of the following seasons, that they're taking off, like Zeo, Turbo, and Space, all the way to Dino Supercharge, they're going to take those off. But so my thoughts exactly is, I'm personally not worried about it because I already got plenty of those seasons of Power Rangers on DVD. Some of them of which being seasons like Lightspeed Rescue, Mystic Force, and RPM. So I'm pretty good for that. So therefore I just got those seasons on DVD, for instance. Also In Space and Lost the Galaxy and Time Force. So yeah, I don't have to worry about that. But for the DVDs for the Neo Saban seasons like Megaforce, Dino Charge, and Ninja Steel, well, I'm planning on getting those DVDs. I should have got those DVDs last year and the year before, but no, I've been caught up doing other stuff. As for the Samurai DVDs, they're impossible to do right now. All the volumes and complete season edition DVDs of Samurai and Super Samurai are pretty much hard to get at this point. I'm working on getting the Zeo and Turbo DVD sometime between now and February, so I'll get around that when I get around that. And also, I haven't did a DVD review on Power Rangers in a while, but when I do get the Zeo and Turbo DVDs, I'll do reviews on those probably on this channel or on Facebook or on my personal Daily Motion account. Sorry about that, my microphone fell down. So the only seasons of Power Rangers they're going to keep on Netflix for the time being is going to be Mighty Morphin, Ninja Steel, and Beast Morphers. And personally, I personally wish they should have just got rid of Ninja Steel because I don't know why. I mean, yeah, Ninja Steel was a recent season, but it should have, if you're going to take off all the Power Rangers, the seasons that they're taking off, maybe they should take off Ninja Steel as well and just only MMPR and Beast Morphers that should be available only on the platform. So I don't know why on earth that they're only keeping those three shows. And potentially, for MMPR, I think they're also going to keep the 2010 reversion, because if you haven't been using your Netflix in a while, for those who do have a Netflix subscription though, when you go down onto the Netflix season tabs for Mighty Morphin, Power Rangers, there is a so-called fourth season, which that fourth season being, of course, that 2010 reversion. I think they'll probably get rid of the 2010 reversion also, or is it still going to stay up there for the time being? We don't know for sure. The seasons of Power Rangers that they're taking off of Netflix is Zeo through Dino Supercharge. And I don't know why they're going to keep Ninja Steel is beyond me, because I just don't know why is that. And then as for those Saban shows that were like Power Rangers, like VR Troopers, Big Bad Beetleborgs, and Ninja Turtles Next Mutation, I heard Mystic Knights of Tyrannog is on Netflix or was off Netflix. I can't remember, because I recall Mystic Knights of Tyrannog was on Netflix. They probably took that off probably years ago, or is it probably still up there? I don't know. I haven't been watching Netflix in 4 years, because the last time I watched anything on Netflix was VR Troopers and Beetleborgs, and then binge watched a little bit of Mighty Morphin until my 3 months of Netflix for 2017 was up. So I've went a long 4 years without any Netflix, but of course I think there's a reason I should stop watching their service now as well, is because if there was a particular Netflix original movie with those little girls and stuff in it, and basically that's where a lot of people stopped watching Netflix and stopped subscribing, and probably some other shows that Netflix had done and other movies Netflix has done that caused people who used to subscribe to it at one point but decided to stop. Well, I think I should stop using Netflix too as well, but though if I want to watch Netflix though, I'm not going to watch any of those particular pieces of content, just only Power Rangers, like for Beast Morphers, because it's uncertain. We don't know for sure if Beast Morphers will get a DVD release. or Blu-ray release, Hasbro failed to buy out Lionsgate because Lionsgate did have the DVD rights to the Neo Saban seasons, but when Saban sold Power Rangers to Hasbro, when the option with the Lionsgate, option with Lionsgate for the DVDs and such, they failed to do that. So unfortunately, we won't be able to, likely see them do more DVDs while Hasbro has the franchise now. It's probably uncommon if Shout Factory will do the DVDs for Beast Morphers because Hasbro and Shout Factory have a contract still, so maybe Shout Factory will do Beast Morphers, season 1 and 2 of Beast Morphers on DVD and probably on Blu-ray because, the thing is, if for those who don't have the DVDs of some of these following seasons, you're out of luck. But I know there are some people who don't want to do physical media, but hey, well, guess what? I still do physical media, but at the same time, I do streaming for certain things because not every TV show and movie that you want to watch digitally on streaming services are going to be available for long. It's like a limited time thing because contracts and stuff with the services. See, I think there's a reason why physical media is better because at least you get to own seasons of a TV show or an entire series, like for instance Power Rangers, for example, which is the main subject for this, because I almost have almost every series of Power Rangers. I do have the others, by the way, in my collection, but I'm just bringing these out for example. Until I get all of the Power Rangers on DVD and Blu-ray, then I have enough Rangers to watch on DVD anytime I feel like. Because with Netflix, with this kind of situation going on like that right now with them, and then taking it off is, I knew this was going to be one heck of a way to start off 2021 for the Power Rangers fandom to stop, stop streaming those following seasons. So you better watch those seasons while they can, because by the end of this month, beginning February 1st or February 2nd, those seasons of Power Rangers will already be removed. And I know I've heard some people in the fandom are already doing petitions to keep those seasons and the entire franchise of Power Rangers still on Netflix. But with Netflix getting rid of Power Rangers, and as well as Beetleborgs and VR Troopers and Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation, well, personally, I think they should get rid of Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation also because you know how I feel about that show, guys. You should know that based on my history. Because if you guys are only going to stream Mighty Morphin and Ninja Steel and Beast Morphers, then that's just only like snapping 50%, doing that Thanos snap, or Netflix got an Infinity Gauntlet doing the Thanos snap, snapping those other seasons of Power Rangers away. Or if they were to just only keep Mighty Morphin, because, this is one of those what ifs. If, how I've always thought about this, because, most of the majority of the general public only prefers, for those who used to watch Power Rangers back in the day but no longer do, only prefer MMPR. And, Mighty Morphin should be the only one that should stay on Netflix. All the seasons that I didn't watch when I was, whenever I stopped, watching when they went to Zeo and all that, Turbo and BC Original and all that. If they were to just keep Mighty Morphin on Netflix, then it's just those are the only Power Rangers that should have just stayed on, and just snap Zeo all the way to Super Ninja Steel out of existence. And likely Beast Morphers, but Beast Morphers, is the more recent series, but into the fact that, when Dino Fury starts and when we get its 2 seasons, they will have both seasons of Dino Fury on Netflix. But we don't know if it's common for, if Hasbro will move Power Rangers on something like a free streaming service that I've been using every now and then, Tubi TV. Because if Tubi TV has all of the Super Sentai shows that Shout Factory did get the US DVD distribution rights to, like Kaku Ranger and Zoo Ranger and Gingaman and Time Ranger on Tubi TV, and even on the Toku Shout channel on Pluto TV, maybe they'll probably put Power Rangers on Tubi TV if that's an option. But Hulu, I don't think so, because Hulu, the thing is, I'm starting to really hate Hulu now, where not everything that they put on each month is going to stay on for long. It stays on, some of the movies and stuff that I don't own physically. So this is why I'd rather stick to physical media, like a lot of people, though, because I'm going to keep some stuff on digital, on streaming. And what I actually do is, if there's a movie and TV show I'm watching right now on, like Hulu, I'll think about probably buying that on physical. But if I don't have the movie in my own collection physically, I'll just, after I'm done streaming it digitally, then I'll think about buying that movie or show. Because there's a lot of TV shows I don't even have much on DVD besides Arrow. Yes, Arrow, Sons of Anarchy, and yes, Power Rangers, and the original Teen Titans. So those are the only TV shows I own on DVD, but I'm planning on getting other TV shows that I do like Married with Children, Futurama, Robot Chicken, and some other TV shows that I like to own on DVD or Blu-ray, and even other TV shows like The Big Bang Theory, and Supernatural, and Jane the Virgin, and Once Upon a Time, and so many other TV shows I can think of that are my favorites that I would like to own. And even some retro classic shows, like Batman the Animated Series, Animaniacs, Justice League Unlimited, Batman Beyond, Kim Possible, possibly, some other TV shows I want to own on DVD or Blu-ray, because there's just so many I want to own. And for someone who can't afford certain streaming services like HBO Max or Disney Plus, I mean, that's an option. But Peacock is a different story, but I barely ever use it. I mean, yeah, Peacock got some good content because it's NBC Universal, but I don't think there's really anything I want to watch on Peacock, though. But whatever movies that are on those services, I'll just get them physically anyway, because the thing is with streaming services, what I'm starting to feel like what everybody's been saying is a pain, that streaming services are like, I understand there's some people who keep forgetting that there are some streaming services that do let you watch movies and TV shows for free, like Tubi TV, Crackle, and Peacock, and Pluto TV. But the premium pay, premium pay services like Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and Apple TV, those are the ones that or just avoid all streaming services, because knowing a lot of TV shows that and all already are out on physical media. I know there's some TV shows and movies that are not on physical, because some TV shows have never saw the light of day on DVD at all, and especially like TV shows that only lasted one season, and barely could even make it past one season because they got canceled because of low ratings. Those are the shows that barely will see the light of day on a physical format. For instance, I do recall that the TV show of Constantine, remember the Constantine TV show that used to air on NBC during the 2014-2015 TV season? I heard that Constantine is at least one of those few one-year season shows that actually made it onto home video, the entire 10-episode one season, and that made it onto DVD. Every other TV show, and heck, I mean, other TV shows like Midnight Texas, that's on DVD, both seasons. Legend of the Seeker, both seasons. And some other TV shows that had lasted one or two seasons, and those are on DVD or Blu-ray. But unaccounted for, though. But with Power Rangers, it just kind of feels wrong for them to take off these shows, the following Ranger seasons that they're taking off, because I noticed that most of the majority of those in the Power Rangers fandom does watch these seasons and actually the entire franchise on Netflix, because that's where the entire big massive fandom is growing every day nowadays. Because I would say if it weren't for Netflix, this is where the Power Rangers fandom today had imploded, thanks to Netflix. But with 50% or 90% of them snapped out of existence, and just only Mighty Morphin, Beast Morphers, and Ninja Steel to stay for the time being, that feels very inadequate. So my suggestion again, stick to the DVDs or Blu-rays of the Power Rangers, because it's likely you'll never, well, when they take these seasons off Netflix, by the end of the month of January, you're never going to see those on Netflix again. You should get these seasons on DVD, like for instance Lightspeed Rescue, which is in my hand by the way, or RPM, for example. Get these seasons while you can on DVD on Amazon, eBay, anywhere that sells the DVDs of Power Rangers. Because physical media is better than streaming, because, well, at least you get to keep the TV shows and movies in your collection. But because, you know, in the day and age with all this changing stuff where they always got to censor certain TV shows, take certain episodes of TV shows off, I hear why everybody complains on social media about why they're banning the show off streaming services. Because, hey, this is why we all still keep physical media, because when some TV show gets an outspoken controversial uproar offense on social media, then the services have no choice but to take those shows off, like they did recently with Chappelle's show. You know, Dave Chappelle's show, and took all of those episodes off HBO Max, and I'm just like, ugh. See, I think this is why it's best to stick to physical media. But I do use streaming services on it, you know, just to watch certain original content, original shows and movies that Hulu has. I don't do Netflix for the original movies, because I don't want to run into that movie with the, you know, those little girls in it. So it's best to stay away from Netflix for me for that. But I just feel like Netflix is starting to wane on me also. But I haven't been watching their platform, like I said, in 4 years. After I had binged on Marvel's Iron Fist show, I haven't been watching any Netflix. So 4 years has been a long time, but I feel like it's time I let Netflix go at this point too. So the only streaming services I use is Hulu, Tubi TV, starting to try to get into Peacock, and Disney Plus, but I don't have Disney Plus, like, you know, an active account though, or a service. And some of those other streaming services, WWE Network, I used to use WWE Network, but moved on. So therefore, yeah, so this is very concerning that for those who are watching Power Rangers on Netflix, you better watch those seasons while you can, because they're taking them off. So anyway, those are my thoughts. I wish I could say more. I just don't know what to say at this point.